Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Ruchakudash. Welcome to another live lesson. The name of this one is Unrighteous Decrees Will Lead to the M.O.T.B. And pretty much this is just an article I ran across on Natural News. And I just wanted to report on it real quick. And the article is European Parliament to criminalize physical cash use by imposing limit on cash transactions. So pretty much, as you can see and have been seeing, there's a war on cash because they want to implement this new system of the M.O.T.B, which those of you that have been watching, have been studying, you know that it's dealing with the so-called, or the micro C-HIP, which will make everything digital. And this is why they've been, it's been this big push on digital currencies, the CBDCs and many other, such things. It's pretty much to get everything online. So I'm just going to read a little bit of this. I really didn't read much of it. I just kind of saw the headline. So let me just, throw it out there. Natural News, a member of the European Parliament, MEP, has warned that the European Union, the EU, is in danger of criminalizing the use of physical cash in favor of using digital currencies with its new anti-money laundering laws. And pretty much we could just end it right there, because that pretty much said the whole thing, which that leads us to Isaiah 10, which was, where I got part of the title from. Isaiah 10:1, which says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed." And pretty much this is what they're doing. They're criminalizing, anything that goes against their agenda. And that's the whole thing. See, this is why the Lord said he's going to disappoint the devices of the crafty. Because every move that we make through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, through the Holy Spirit, the Ruach Kodash, that's exposing these devils, they're using those avenues to eventually criminalize all of those avenues. You see? That's why it says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievances which they have prescribed." Now, when we go into the book of Revelation 13, it speaks about them speaking as a dragon. It's not necessarily them roaring or anything like that. The way that they're speaking is through their policies, through their legislation, which they're putting on the books, adding, scenarios and situations to where if you go against this or you go against that, you'll be hit as a criminal. This opens up more doors for the hour of martial law, concentration camps, and all kind of things set up for the time of Jacob's trouble. And pretty much seeing that this is a worldwide event, all of these things happening in all these different countries pertaining to the M.O.T.B are very important because it's a worldwide event. So it goes on to say, politicians in the European Parliament, the EU's main legislative body, have long been campaigning to impose an upper legal limit on the value of cash transactions within the bloc, claiming that such a move would help curtail criminality with the bloc. And no, it's not really to so-called curtail criminality. It's a thing of, getting people away from using cash and getting them all online. It says the latest proposal the European Parliament has voted on prevents Europeans from spending over 7,000 euros, 7,617, in the physical tender as part of a single transaction, and bans cryptocurrency transactions paying for goods and services that are valued over 1,000 euros. So pretty much if you get something, you have to go within these means. So they're setting guidelines on the hard money that people work for, as to how much you can spend, which is totally ridiculous. But it is, the direction that the Spirit got everything going in because of this new digital system that is being put in place. It's already in place, but they're putting the final touches, to get everybody on the grid. It says Dr. Gunnick Beck, a German MP from the Conservative Alternative for Germany AFD party, warned that the new measure, which is supposedly meant to clamp down on money laundering and tax evasion with the bloc, has gone too far in curtailing how much people can spend cash. See? In a statement made in the Breitbart Europe, Beck pointed out how the AFD welcomes additional efforts to tackle financial crimes like money laundering and terrorist financing, but rejects the parliament's call to put legal limits on single cash transactions. You know, at one time it's dirty money, it's this, it's that, it's the other, shortage on coins. You know, now it's, you know, you can only spend so much just to, you know, so you don't get robbed. You know, total madness. You know, so I just wanted to just report on that real quick. This has been Unrighteous Decrees will lead to the M.O.T.B. And with that, I pray that you brothers and few sisters have been edified. Till the next time I say, Shalom.